water slides, hidden bars, Broadway-style entertainment, and enough food to make you question every life decision you ever made before boarding. This is the brand new Utopia of the Seas, Royal Caribbean's newest floating mega resort and one of the most talked about cruise ships in the world. But is it really worth the hype? Today, we're taking you by deck through everything the ship has to offer, from the wild Ultimate Abyss slide to luxury suites to the neighborhoods, restaurants, pools, nightlife, and all the little details you'll want to know before you book. Whether you're planning your next family vacation, adults getaway, or just dreaming about life at sea, this is your full ship overview. We'll show you exactly what it's like on board. So grab a drink, find your favorite pool chair, and let's explore Utopia of the Seas.
Dancing where the waves keep time for you and me. Turn the midnight sky into a melody. Heaven in your eyes. Starshine on the sea. Spinning on this deck so wild and free. If this is a dream, don't you dare wake me. Stay right here with me. Starshine on the sea. Round and round, ship and shore. Every night I want more. Make this tide our port. Let tomorrow wait.
Well, hello, welcome cruise fans and those cruise curious looking to try a cruise for the first time and shopping around. My name is Brian, your friendly neighborhood travel advisor at Anchors and Ever After Vacations. Before we get started into the overview, a bit of information on Utopia of the Seas. I think that would be important. Utopia of the Seas is Royal Caribbean's newest Oasis class megaship and one of the largest cruise ships ever built, of course, before the Icon class ships now that exist out in the fleet. It was constructed at the Chantier de l'Atlantique shipyard in Saint-Nazaire, France. Sorry if I botched that up. I'm sorry for my French speakers. Utopia of the Seas officially launched in 2024 as the sixth ship in Royal Caribbean's revolutionary Oasis class. As we all know, those are the greatest classes I think that Royal Caribbean has. It's a class of ship that completely changed the cruise industry by introducing the concept of neighborhoods at sea. But unlike previous Oasis class ships that focused on week-long itineraries, Utopia of the Seas was completely changed, and it was specifically designed around shorter 3- and 4-night vacations, sailing from Port Canaveral, where it's based from in Florida. And it gives guests an experience to, how do I say it? It experiences a massive resort-style cruise without having to take a full week off of work. It's a good thing for a quick weekend getaway. At over 236,000 gross tons and carrying nearly 7,000 guests at full capacity, this floating city is packed with water slides, surf simulators, luxury suites, Broadway-style entertainment, which is truly amazing, and more than 40 dining and bar venues spread across multiple unique neighborhoods in this ship. I mean, it's truly an amazing piece of engineering. And one of the biggest highlights, nearly every sailing also includes, can't go without it, a stop at Royal Caribbean's private island destination. Perfect day at Coco Cay. If you're interested in that, I got a full video on our experience at Coco Cay, so you can take a look at it as well. And Coco Cay is in the Bahamas, so in today's video, we will tell you our experience on our 3-day sailing on Utopia of the Seas. Let's get started. All right, so where to start? So obviously, the first start of any cruise is Embarkation Day. So obviously, Utopia of the Seas is based in Port Canaveral, and we're locals to the Orlando area. So for us, Port Canaveral is super convenient. So for us, it's only about an hour and change drive out to the port. So we drove out the day of the cruise. We had a check-in time, I believe it was 10:30 in the morning. This was mid-January when we booked this cruise, and it was a 3-day weekend cruise. So the itinerary for this cruise was out to Nassau the first day, and then we were going to Coco Cay, which is always a scheduled stop for this ship, obviously if the weather's working out for it. And then back to Port Canaveral. So it's a nice quick itinerary that anybody can take and enjoy. So overall, we drove, so we took our car out there. Obviously, if you're flying in, there's different options for that. And if you book with us, we got different options and transportation to get you out to the port. We can either book you transportation, get a rental car where you can drop it off, or we can get you transportation to stay the night before at the port, if that's something you want to do. There's many hotels in the area that you can book, and we can get you set up with that as well if you're interested in that. But for us, we parked at the port, and now at Port Canaveral it is $20 a day, so keep that in mind. And I'd say usually there's always space in there. I know a couple months ago, one of the holiday weekends, there was mention that they ran out of space at the parking deck, which was something very abnormal for Port Canaveral. But, you know, that's a rare entity that ever happens. So anyway, we arrived, we parked, we prepaid and parked the vehicle, and we were early enough to be able to get down to check-in nice and easy. We got downstairs with all our luggage, dropped it off at the porters. You know, make sure to tip your porters. That way they take care of your bags, and, you know, they'll be happy to take them from you. If you're parking, you know, you can also drive in and drop it off first. Just depends on what order you want to do it at. But we came in there, and they asked us our appointment time. And the nice thing about Royal Caribbean is everything is digital, so it's all on your phone to have your boarding pass. So they sent us over to security. I'd say this is probably the only zonk as far as check-in. I mean, we've done Royal Caribbean out of Miami, and they sent us to supposedly the family line, but the family line was the longest. I don't know why they sent us all the way over there. I didn't really make it any faster or easier for families, so I don't know why they sent us all the way to the back over there, but it took a lot longer than everyone else. We were traveling with family members that required assistance, and of course they were able to get through the line a lot faster than us, and actually in the end had to end up waiting for us. But I don't know why they did that. But in any case, we ended up going through security, and then we went upstairs to complete the check-in process. They checked our passports, and that was a pretty simple process. And once we were done with that, I mean, the ship was already open for us to be able to board. So we were able to board the ship right away, which was awesome. My kids were very excited. We've been on Allure of the Seas before that, so it was very nice to be able to see a more modern take of the Oasis class ship. So we've seen plenty of information on Utopia of the Seas, and we were very excited to definitely try her out, especially after she had just debuted just earlier, and we weren't able to do it just yet because we had other cruises and travel plans planned for that as well. But we got on the ship. We were able to check out basically the Royal Promenade and look at all the cool decorations that are unique to the ship. It was a very nice experience. Of course, the first thing we do anytime we get on a ship is head over to our muster station. So we headed over, asked information on which direction to go. We headed over there. They scanned our boarding passes, and they got us all checked out for our muster station. We got the rest of our family checked out for their muster station as well, because they had a different one, because obviously they're staying in different staterooms. So we got that situated, walked around the ship. We were traveling with family members that had never been on a cruise ship. So it was awesome to be able to take them around and check it out and see what modern amenities the ship has. So I would say they were truly impressed, and it was a very fun and exciting time for them to check out something different here with Utopia of the Seas. But we walked around the different neighborhoods. We took them out to the back. My kids rode the carousel, and they had a good time with that. And of course, you know, had to take them upstairs and check out all the water slides. I mean, that was the first thing they wanted to do. So, you know, you can't have kids and not wanting to do the water slides in it. Yeah, the kids played around for a while, and then we decided to go get some food. We went over to the Windjammer Buffet, which was, believe it or not, I mean, it wasn't that full of a sailing this time around. I guess it's because it's kind of the middle of January. So, you know, most kids have already gone back to school. Of course, sometimes we do things differently with our kids, and when we have certain time off, you know, we'll take them on a trip, and I think they'll have more of a learning experience going on a trip sometimes than going to school, especially when they've just gone back to school after a long break. You know, they're not exactly doing very much anyway, so usually this works out really good. And this was a nice weekend escape, so for those of you critics about missing school, they only missed 2 days of school, and that was a Friday and a Monday because it was only a 3-day sailing. But the Windjammer was great. We had our cups because we paid for the soda package. So at that time, you still had that included in the package itself for the sodas. So you could go to the refill machines, the freestyle machines as they call it, and get your drinks. The food was actually really great. I mean, this buffet was really nice, very well decorated. There was definitely a lot of space. The wait staff was really great. I mean, I was very truly impressed. In comparison to like the other Oasis class ships, I think the configuration that they have here at the Windjammer was really nice. It's very nicely decorated. They've got two sides. Obviously, if you want to look at our video on the buffet area and look at it, you know, I'll definitely link it down below so you can check it out. But yeah, we had a nice lunch. My family ate there at the buffet, and I went over to get me some burritos instead because I wanted something different. So I went over to Loco Fresh over there to get a burrito and something spicier, you know, than what they were offering there at the Windjammer. But that's an option too. So there's plenty of things to go and eat for lunch there once you're on Embarkation Day. So you'll never go hungry here. So that was a very good time. But yeah, overall, that was a very smooth embarkation minus the security line that they put us in. But I mean, if that's the only stop that we have during the cruise, then, you know, I think everything else is great. So definitely can't complain about that. We ate, and then we went back out to the pools. My kids were playing the splash pads and water slides again. I went with my daughter. We went to watch the sail away party, and you know, it's always a great thing to go to the different sail away parties and compare different cruise lines on how they do it. So obviously everybody always has a different style on how they do their sail away parties. Carnival is definitely a lot more intense, I'd say. But I mean, this was pretty good too. We were out there in the pool, you know, a little dancing, great music. Mark was the cruise director, and yeah, he got the party started here. So we started leaving Port Canaveral pretty much right on time, and we headed out on our adventure out on Utopia of the Seas. All right, guys, and carrying on with Embarkation Day, let's talk about our staterooms. So staterooms are pretty much available around, I'd say about 1:30 p.m. So I mean, pretty much the same time as most cruise lines are available. So we were able to go to the room and drop some of our stuff off and go check out our room and meet our room steward. For this time around, we booked a larger family room. I got a video of it so you can have an overview of this larger family room. It was really great. We were able to fit all of us. I mean, it's pretty much the size of a suite compared to like some of the Excel suites that we booked on Carnival. So this was a pretty nicely sized room, and we were able to fit everybody just comfortably. This one has like the bunk beds for our kids. So our kids were able to have their own sleeping area, and everybody was very comfortable. We had plenty of space to move about the room because, I mean, even in some suites, I mean, they might be a little bit tight, you know, especially with your luggage. But I will say Utopia of the Seas, I mean, closet space and storage, I mean, it's amazing. They did a really good job designing the ship. And I was very impressed with our room. It was new decoration, you know, had plenty of plugs all over. The bathroom was nice and clean. Our stateroom attendant came around and he was awesome. And he asked us what time we wanted to have the room cleaned for the rest of the trip. And he was very attentive. So, I mean, very thankful for him. And I mean, I've never had any issues with any room stewards. So, you know, definitely make sure that at the end of the voyages that you guys take care of your room stewards. But yeah, it was a very nice room. We got all set up. I always like to unpack and be able to hang all my clothes and unwrinkle stuff. So it's something I suggest you do. It's just nice to be comfortable and make sure that all your clothes are set up the way you wanted to, and then be able to go from there. And then we were also able to check out our other family members' room, which was also a balcony, but they were looking into Central Park balcony. So theirs was a little bit different, but it was still a very nice room, even for the size. So they were able to live there very comfortably, very nice. You know, we met their room steward as well, and making sure they were all set up. This was with my mom and brother. My mom's been on cruises, but, you know, it's been decades since she's been on a cruise. So, you know, the cruising industry has changed, you know, a lot from the last time she cruised. She used to be like a charter coordinator for travel agencies. So she had a lot of experience with that. So this was very cool for her to be able to experience that and check out new modern amenities that cruise ships have today. But very nice room, and I'll have a video of their room as well if you want to check that out on their Central Park balcony room. But yeah, overall, we were very impressed with the quality of the room. Both our rooms were in deck 11, and I think that's probably the perfect level to be in on the ship. That way you're accessible to down to the promenade and be able to get up to the windjammer or up to the pool areas. And we were, I'd say our room was probably more forward to the ship. My mother's room was more to the midship. We usually book midship because, I mean, if there's any kind of listing on the ship, if the weather's a little south that day, it just makes it a little bit more comfortable as far as riding on the ship. But yeah, overall, our room location was really good. It was pretty close to the stairwells and the elevator banks, so that was very nice. But yeah, our rooms are very nice. And you know, if you guys are interested in booking any of these rooms, check them out. Let me know what you think of it, and we'd be glad to build you a Utopia of the Seas vacation for you. All right, guys, so let's talk about food. Everybody always talks about cruise ships and food and the great variety that they have. And I know there's always talk about, you know, especially buffets and, you know, how hit or miss buffet food is. But I will truly say that we ate at the buffet every day, whether it was for breakfast or lunch. And I mean, overall, I was very impressed. In comparison to Allure of the Seas, one of the other Oasis class ships, the Windjammer was actually really good. And even for breakfast and lunch, we didn't have it for dinner, but we definitely enjoyed it for breakfast and lunch. And, you know, the food was overall really great. You're never going to go hungry on this ship. I like the Loco Fresh. I just like a little bit of spicy food here and there. So that's a nice other option that you have there as well. You know, there's other places where you can get hot dogs. And, of course, you know, can't go wrong with Sorrento's Pizza. Any kind of pizza at sea is always probably the best and my favorite. But I still think the Carnival 4-cheese pizza is probably my favorite one. But we'll be on MSC here in July, and you know, check out that video when it comes out. But I hear that MSC's pizza is actually probably one of the best, so I'm truly looking forward to checking that out. Now, as far as other food, our first night we did specialty dining. So we had dinner at Izumi, which is the hibachi, the teppanyaki, and the service was just truly amazing. I mean, I cannot complain. We got this on a good offer when there was a Black Friday sale. So we were able to book this with a nice discount with Royal Caribbean, and it made it a lot more affordable. But I mean, even still, the price of admission for it was really great. I mean, there is so much food. And I mean, you've got your choices, you know, of steak, chicken, and shrimp, and I mean, those giant shrimp. I mean, my mother is a seafood fanatic, and I mean, God, I mean, she went crazy on this trip. But I mean, she was never miserable, so she definitely came here for the seafood. So if you're a seafood fanatic, you will truly be blessed with this trip. But yeah, the food was great. My kids enjoyed it very much. You know, they're always very attentive on allergies, so they always ask you if you have any allergies. So if you have family members that are allergic to certain things like shellfish, like my wife Yanni, she's allergic to shellfish. So, you know, they're very good at being able to take care of that stuff and give you alternatives. And we had a very great time. And, you know, on top of that, you know, the teppanyaki is also a show. So, you know, enjoy it. The crew works very hard to make you good food and keep you entertained. And, you know, they always made sure that your glass was always topped off. So, you know, definitely, you know, kudos to the Izumi crew. I mean, they were truly amazing. Now, as far as our second night, we went to the steakhouse. So, again, we booked that also on an offer. And, you know, I was truly impressed with the steakhouse. One of my kids is a very picky eater. I mean, he's 3 years old, so he's not out of that phase of chicken nuggets and fries. So, of course, that's not kind of a normal thing that they have there on the steakhouse. And so the waiter went above and beyond to get him chicken nuggets and fries, you know, which, of course, you know, you're paying the price of a premium meal, but, you know, he wants chicken nuggets and fries. So he made sure that he was taken care of. You know, he got him his own unique vanilla ice cream. But, you know, the steaks were on point. I was truly very impressed. The sides were great. The service was amazing. I would truly book it again on our next Royal Caribbean cruise. I mean, I know specialty dining is an extra cost. But, I mean, for those of you that don't cruise very often, I mean, how often do you go on vacation? So sometimes it's nice to splurge and be able to enjoy certain things in life. I mean, You only live once, so you might as well enjoy it. And I was truly impressed with our steakhouse dinner. My mother and my brother enjoyed it very much, and I mean, they were very impressed as well. I mean, yeah, service was impeccable, and I mean, you can't go wrong, especially if you're able to book it with some of those Royal Caribbean offers. I mean, even better if you need though. And let's see, where else did we eat? I mean, besides any kind of quick service dining, our last night we ate at the main dining room, and it was truly amazing. We did the my time dining, so we didn't have anything reserved, and we just showed up to the deck that says we're assigned to, and we got on the queue, and they were able to seat us all, probably within 15 minutes. And I mean, the staff here was amazing. They were entertaining my kids. Our waiter was building origami for my daughter and my son, my smallest son, and I mean, they had a truly great time. They were singing, they were dancing. I mean, it was true entertainment. I mean, with a meal, and the food was amazing. I mean, the bread rolls that they brought out, I'd probably say that was probably my highlight of the day. I know I'm comparing bread, but yeah, the food was really great, and the quality of it was amazing. Good variety on their menu. Obviously, it changes all the time, and yours might be different. But I was truly impressed by the main dining room. Say in comparison to like your other mainstream lines like Carnival, I will say it was above and beyond. And definitely giving Carnival a run for their money. I mean, just not to mention the decor and just the ambiance of it was really great. I mean, if you've ever been on a Royal Caribbean Oasis ship and you see the main dining room, I mean, it's just really nicely decorated, and you've got the multiple floors up and down, and yeah, it was very comfortable, and we had a great time, ate some great food, and really enjoyed it. So kudos to Utopia of the Seas on their wait staff and their kitchen staff. They were truly amazing. And same thing, they took care of us with allergies and made sure that everybody was taken care of, even, specialty bread, with certain nuts and stuff like that. They made sure that we had alternatives, and it was great. So I know for those of you that are concerned about allergies, let them know. I mean, the cruise staff is there to make sure you're taken care of. And, they definitely don't want that liability of you getting sick on board. And, so I don't think you really have anything to worry about that. However, make sure you bring any kind of emergency medication with you. I mean, I can't stress that enough. You don't want to have a visit down to the medical bay because that will cost you money, especially for those of you that don't buy travel insurance. Make sure you keep that in mind, because it can cost you a lot of money, and they're not going to let you get off the ship until you pay for it. And yeah, doctors at sea are not cheap. So, but yeah, but that's my rant on travel insurance. There was other specialty restaurants in there. I mean, there's that nice train restaurant that they have in there, that theme restaurant. We didn't get to book it there. I mean, we'll probably do it next time we go on Utopia of the Seas, but it was a little bit more expensive than even the steakhouse. So I know it's kind of a themed experience. There's plenty of videos on it if you want to check it out. But we didn't do it this time around. Maybe next time. But it is like a train theme, kind of a strange thing to have on a ship, but what do I know? But from what I hear, it's pretty good though. So overall, I mean, dining was, as far as sit-down dining, was really great. Sorrento's Pizza was great too. Obviously, just any pizza at sea is, I'd say, pretty good. Especially that midnight snack after going to watch a show or playing in a casino. My wife loves going to the casino, so it's great when she's down there and I'm out of money and I'm just sitting next to her eating pizza while she's over there making money, because she's got like a stroke of luck for the machines. So, she's definitely a casino hunter for sure. All right, so let's talk about entertainment. I mean, this is kind of what sets different cruise lines apart on what they have to offer on their entertainment. I mean, obviously entertainment can vary from different things, from their shows and different activities and everything that they have on board. I mean, Utopia was definitely no slouch in that. I will say the entertainment was pretty good. I talked about their sail away party earlier, and I mean, it was a good sail away party, but I still think the activities that Carnival has as far as the sail away parties are, I mean, truly unmatchable. It's just an ambiance that Carnival has. And of course, I'm talking about, longer sailings. Those seem to be a lot more fun, and I mean, you're definitely going to have a better ambiance than, your short booze cruises on Carnival Cruise Lines. But that's just my opinion on it. But yeah, the sail away party was pretty good. You know, we made a pool party out of it, and we had fun with it. Definitely very great music selections that they had with it. You know, they had the dancers with the flags. You know, I'll put some footage in there of that. My daughter definitely enjoyed it very much because it was me and her over at the sail away party area, as my wife and my other kids were over there still playing on the other side with the water slides and everything. But yeah, I mean, as far as the sail away party, it was good, but I still don't think it compares to Carnival's sail away parties. Just different, but it was still good. Don't get me wrong. So don't take that as a zonk on Royal Caribbean. Now, entertainment. I mean, there's plenty to do on this ship. There is a lot. I mean, this ship is built for you to, I mean, not even have to leave the ship. We definitely didn't leave the ship in Nassau. Well, I take that back. We took our family members to walk around Nassau since they've never been there before, and then we came back to the ship because we didn't have anything planned, and we wanted to enjoy the ship and be able to see all the amenities it has to offer. And as far as coming in with kiddos, and even as an adult, I mean, you got the water slides, you got a kid's splash pad, and the one thing I love about Royal Caribbean is they have a splash pad for kids that are not potty trained. Not a lot of cruise ships have that, so that's a very unique feature that they have. So if you have toddlers that aren't potty trained, you have a place for them to go enjoy. I mean, nothing worse than having to go on vacation and your kid can't enjoy the amenities of the ship. I know it's a health and safety thing, but I wish more ships had stuff like that. I mean, it would truly make it more unique, especially for the little kids. I mean, how horrible is it that, you know, you got to basically have your little kid, you know, sitting down punished, or find an alternative activity for them to do. I mean, I think it's not fair for them. But yeah, there's plenty of pool space and places to go chill. I love going to the hot tub and enjoying it, and, you know, kind of going back and forth. I will say, as far as the pools are concerned, the pool temperature, even the regular pools, was great. I don't know what it was about Allure of the Seas last time we were on there, but oh my God, the water in the pools was freezing. I don't know what it was about Allure of the Seas, but every single pool was just freezing. And here it was just so nice and temperate, very comfortable. And, you know, go swim for a little bit and then go hang out in the hot tub. And, you know, there's plenty of deck chairs. The only thing I will say about the deck chairs is the way they have them configured. They have them smashed together so close that, you know, there's times where it makes it very difficult to walk around or, you know, get situated. But I know they're, you know, putting as much stuff in there to be able to accommodate, you know, a bunch of people. You know, and luckily this wasn't a super busy sailing. But yeah, I mean, I will say as far as pool amenities and everything, I mean, they have a little bit of everything. And, you know, for you adults, they do have the Serenity area.
And I got to stop myself right here. I meant the solarium. When you've been booking Carnival ships, obviously it's the Serenity there when it comes to adults, but it's the solarium here on Royal Caribbean, so I apologize for that.
You know, for the adults only area, you got your own pools and your own spas on that side. So if that's something you want to do and be away from the kids and the noise, you definitely have that area to escape it. And that's at the very front of the ship, so you get some amazing views as you're sailing away. So definitely recommend that. Now, I will say entertainment-wise, I got to give it to Royal Caribbean as far as their production shows. I mean, holy crap. I mean, they definitely put a lot of money and investment into not just the technology, but I mean, the production shows were amazing. We saw two of their biggest ones, and it was really good. The only thing we didn't get to do, just out of timing, was do their skating show, because they also have a skating rink downstairs, and they have a show attached to that as well. But as far as their shows that were at the theater, oh my God, they were truly amazing. I've got some video clips of it that I'll put in here too, but the music, I mean, the production value was pretty good. I mean, I cannot complain. I mean, they truly invested and spent a lot of money and energy into making these shows. So, you know, kudos to Royal Caribbean. I mean, they're truly amazing with that. Not to mention the Aqua Theater. I mean, that was probably a great highlight. Their theming here was an 80s theme. And of course, they had all the 80s songs and, you know, just truly amazing. Granted, my 3-year-old made it through halfway through it and then fell asleep, but we were truly amazed by it. I mean, they did an awesome job. Definitely a better theming, I think, than Allure of the Seas, but even their Aqua show was really good. So Royal Caribbean, really great on entertainment. I cannot complain. Let's see, as far as what else entertainment do they have? As far as your kiddos, the kids clubs, I will say in comparison to like other mainline cruise lines like Carnival, I think Adventure Ocean, over on Carnival, I think my kids had a better time. I think maybe it's just because they had too many kids all at once, and they just seemed to be sitting down and not doing very much. My 3-year-old had a great time. I mean, but he's 3 and he's easy to make happy, so they were really great. Most of the time, it is included. There are certain times of the day that if you drop them off after hours, they will charge you for it. So keep that in mind. And there is a charge for infants. I don't know right off the bat. I didn't write it down. But if you need to have your babies and non-potty trained kids into daycare. So you do have that ability to do that. But yeah, I mean, you got it there available for them. Obviously, the experiences will be different on every ship. But entertainment. Royal Caribbean, Utopia of the Seas, amazing. Good job, guys. I mean, I'm truly impressed. Now, I don't know if you consider this entertainment, but I mean, truly for my wife, she enjoys this a lot. So the casinos, it's got a pretty good sized casino. It was very busy all the time. So I know you've got a lot of your high rollers coming out there to play all the time. But the other thing I'll say is that they didn't have the machines that I usually like to play. My wife did pretty well. Me, I'm lucky if I break even. So I'm not, I guess, a good gambler with that, or maybe I just don't gamble enough. But yeah, they got a nice casino area. They got a non-smoking area, and they've got a smoking area. Yeah, nice casino. So if you consider that entertainment, it's very nicely set up. It's definitely on the lower decks. But yeah, I mean, very nice casino, nicely appointed. The decor is nice. They do have a lot of machines. Obviously, you get used to going to Vegas and stuff like that. So you have certain machines that you look for and you like, and or they have better odds and payouts and stuff like that. So looking for the progressive slots that you enjoy using. But I mean, if they don't have anything in there, I mean, they'll have something comparable. There are also plenty of table games if you like playing table games. But yeah, when you're at port, obviously those will be closed. But when you're out at sea, plenty of time to go gamble. And my wife definitely go hit it up till the very end. I mean, right before we had to go to bed and have to get up in the morning to get off the cruise. But yeah, if you like the casinos, you'll definitely enjoy this one. All right, guys, so let's talk about ports. Obviously, this is a short cruise, so there's not many ports to this one. So being a 3-day sailing, there's only 2 ports for this, and this will pretty much happen every time. If you do the 4-day sailing, it'll be Nassau, Coco Cay, and you'll have a day at sea. So you're just out there at sea, just doing circles. So that's what to expect on the 4-day cruise. We did the 3-day. So our first stop was Nassau. And like I said, we didn't book an excursion earlier. I walked around with our family so they could see the port and just see Nassau. I mean, obviously it's not inside of Nassau, but you get to get a little experience of it and get to see what it's like, especially for my brother who's never been on a cruise before. So it was a cool experience for him to be able to step off the ship and say that he's been in another country that's different, So we walked around the port, and this port's evolutionized a lot, especially since it got modernized here recently. You can definitely check out my video on walking around the Nassau port and give you an idea of what it's like. There's plenty of things to do out there if you want to do it on the cheap. You can go out to Junkanoo Beach. You can walk over there. You don't even need to get a cab. Just walk over towards Margaritaville. Check out my video, and I'll show you how. You can buy day passes at the different resorts. You've got Atlantis. I just recently went over to Baha Mar there with the Grand Hyatt, and you can buy a day pass there at their water park as well. But there's so many different things that you can do out here in Nassau. And if you want to do it on the cheap, you can do it. So you don't even have to spend any money out here in Nassau. However, disclaimer, as you'll see in my video, when you're outside of the port, there'll be a lot of people trying to sell you stuff, and they're very pushy, and just make sure you say no, 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 and keep walking. So definitely do expect that. It's definitely nothing new, especially going to the islands. I know people are trying to make a living and everything, but sometimes it can be a little too much. But as far as Nassau, we didn't do very much there. We just walked around and then headed back to the ship, and we went to enjoy the rest of the ship. I mean, that's probably the highlight of having a short cruise is enjoying all the amenities that the ship has to offer. Now, our next port was perfect day at Coco Cay. I mean, you can't go wrong with Coco Cay. It's probably one of my favorite destination islands as far as the cruise ships are concerned. They did a really great job with this place. And if you've never been there, you can do Coco Cay for free. I mean, you don't have to pay any money to do anything there. You can just go and enjoy the beaches. You can enjoy the pools. There's plenty of places to sit. The pool, I don't know what it is about Coco Cay, but the pool is always freezing. I mean, even in the middle of summer, I don't know how they make it, but it is ice cold. I mean, everything you have will truly shrink, if you know what I mean. But it's truly something different about it. But yeah, I mean, I love Coco Cay. For my kids, they enjoy it. They enjoy going to the pool. There's also splash pads for the kids, water slides for the kids. There's a hideaway beach, an adults club that you can pay for, and it's a nice place to be kid-free if you want to pay that additional fee. If you are mobility challenged, there's plenty of sidewalks and even sand wheelchairs to be able to help you. There is trams to get you off the ship and do the walkway out to Coco Cay. So it's a very beautiful island, and I guess in comparison to some of the other cruise lines, the food is all included. All the buffet food in there is included. And your drink package will work on the island in comparison to some right now. But I mean, I truly enjoy going to Coco Cay. I mean, they do have excursions you can book there if you want to do that as well. Of course, you got the Thrill Water Park. That is an additional charge. It's like one of the tallest water slides in the industry. So if that's something you want to do, I mean, you can pay the additional for it. But you don't have to pay for anything, like I said. You can just do it on the simple. Now, hack. If you go out by the beach, you go to one of the food shacks where they sell the, what do you call it, mozzarella sticks, and you get your chicken sandwich. I mean, you can make like this chicken parm sandwich with the chicken sandwich, and you put your mozzarella sticks on it and the sauce. I mean, it's just finito. So that's a nice little cruise hack there as far as eating. But the buffet was really good. Our soda package worked just fine since, we don't really drink that much. I mean, we here and there, but, for us, it's just not, doesn't make any financial sense to get the drink package. So especially if you only drink like 1 or 2 drinks a day, it just makes no sense to pay, 90 to almost $100 a day for alcohol. Now, if that's what you're into, hey, absolutely, it'll make your money's worth, especially if you drink more than the normal quantity. And, there's plenty of bars and there's wait staff walking around taking orders. So, I mean, you'll never go thirsty here one way or another. There's drink stations for normal juice, tea, and stuff like that. If you do drink sodas, you can go up to the bars and, they'll give you sodas and all that. Even if you don't have the drink package for that, you can get them there as well if you don't want to drink the juices that they have available there. But yeah, I mean, this island is beautiful. It's very nicely designed, and I mean, I'm truly looking forward to checking out. Didn't get to do Royal Beach Club. That'll be for another trip. Next time, maybe when we go out to Nassau, we'll probably book that experience and give you that video experience so you can see it for yourself. Like I said, that's also an additional fee when you go out to Nassau. But I'm excited to see how Royal Caribbean's other destinations are going to be. Perfect Day in Mexico, what's taking over at Costa Maya over there. So that'll be something cool. And, you also have Santorini coming up soon. So Royal Caribbean's, I mean, they're definitely expanding. And, I mean, they're truly a monster in the industry. So you have to be out there on the lookout and check out everything that's coming up with Royal Caribbean. But Perfect Day at Coco Cay, I mean, I think it's the perfect example of a cruise destination stop. I mean, they don't even have to take you anywhere else. I mean, they pretty much have you in-house, and everything works out great there. So we'll see how that compares to Celebration Key here soon when we head out there. And we'll definitely do a comparison video on it. But I think right now, as far as amenities, I'll say that Coco Cay is definitely the winner on that. and hope here during the year as Celebration Key evolves and gets more time under its belt, maybe it'll evolve and get even better. I know they're expanding it over there on the Carnival side. But Coco Cay, I'd say is definitely an experience that's worth it. If you're doing these short day cruise, it'll be included in your stop. We're taking a 7-day cruise in January again on Star of the Seas. And of course, Perfect Day at Coco Cay is included in there. So we're definitely looking forward to doing that again. But Coco Cay, definitely la piste de la resistance, as far as the island destinations with the cruise lines. We definitely enjoyed it very much. And I mean, that's pretty much all the ports. I mean, it's only a 3-day cruise. So we only had 2 ports to contend with. And, Coco Cay will always be the highlight. All right, guys, so carrying on. Obviously, now we're here to the saddest day of the whole trip, which is debarkation. So obviously the night before, we check bags. We're local, so, we're never in a rush to get off the ship. So we got all our stuff ready and put our bags out in the hallway. And, of course, they got picked up right away before the deadline. And, typically when we cruise, especially out of Florida, I mean, we typically drive or, especially down in Miami, we take the train. So we're never in a rush to get off the ship because I know many people flew in and, they're trying to get out and, it gets a little hectic. But I will say it was a very smooth debarkation process. Typically, we're trying to enjoy every bit of the ship we can before we get off the ship. So, like in this case, we got up in the morning and got ready, got out of the room by the time we had to, and we went to breakfast. So we headed down to the main dining room to eat breakfast, and we had our waiters from the night before, which was amazing. So they did an awesome job. Breakfast was great. So we just took our sweet time, and unfortunately, the sad part is having to go back to reality. So we finished breakfast, and we walked off and, got on the line, and, it moved pretty quick. I will say in comparison to Miami, which, if you've ever been to Miami, it's a very hectic port, especially when there's, 8 ships in port, and it's just a complete mess. But Port Canaveral, we're local. I know it's kind of biased, but a very nice and easy port to get to. So, and not to mention get off the ship. Usually the staff's a lot more helpful and, able there to help you out and whatnot. But we finished breakfast, got our stuff and, got in line. At that point they had already called pretty much most of the groups. So we got in line and, made our way off the ship. Pretty quick way. We travel with passports and I definitely recommend, especially if you're a U.S. citizen, get your U.S. passport. It'll make the debarkation process a lot easier, especially now that everything is digital. So as long as everything's in the database, you'll walk up to the machine, it takes your picture and it pretty much does your immigration for you. So a very easy process. It's a little bit harder with my 3-year-old because I got to pick him up and it takes a picture of him. So they always have to go check him out. But it was quick. We found our bag right away. Everything was right there where it was supposed to be. Grabbed our stuff and we walked over to the parking deck. If you do have early flights to catch, I definitely recommend carrying your bags off. I know it's kind of a hassle carrying, your heavy bags off the ship and everything, but especially if you got those I'd say 10:30 really close flights. If you got to make it out of Orlando, definitely carry your stuff off. That way you can find transportation to get you back to the airport. There is Ubers and different things like that. We can book private transportation for you. We definitely recommend that. We got different companies that we use for that if you're interested in doing that. The cruise line also has its own transportation that you can book as well. But private service is so much nicer. Now, like I said earlier, we parked there, so we brought our own vehicle. The hardest part of everything was just waiting for the elevator to go upstairs and head to the parking deck and, put our stuff in the car. Obviously with multiple family in the vehicle, it's like packing the Beverly Hillbillies, for those of you that remember that TV series, and getting everybody's luggage and everything loaded up on the van to go back home. And overall, very easy, painless process in comparison to Miami. Miami sometimes, it's hard to find an Uber, especially if the bridge is all clouded up or the tunnel is all messed up. You might book an Uber and the next thing you know is they cancel because they're having a hard time getting there. So but that's what makes Port Canaveral so nice and unique. I mean, obviously at some point they're probably going to have to expand the roads because some of those 2-lane highways out there are going to start getting busy at some point, especially if they're expanding the port. I mean, Port Canaveral, I think, won Miami as far as the amount of people that it serves now. But Port Canaveral is just so much smoother of a process. And I'm sure it's, a lot smoother probably at the smaller ports like Tampa and Jacksonville. But Port Canaveral is definitely one of my favorite ones. You definitely get more offers out of Miami as far as deals. But Port Canaveral, I think, is so much more convenient. Now, if you're flying in, my recommendation is definitely don't book a flight earlier than 12 p.m. You want to give yourself time in case anything happens, especially January when we did this sailing. There is those days where you have those foggy mornings and the ship has a hard time getting to port and it might be a little bit late in the port. So at that point, I mean, you've already missed your flight. So I definitely always recommend getting a cushion. I know some of you might live in some places that it's harder to get to, and maybe you only have one direct flight and it might be in the morning. But proper planning just takes a lot of stress off. When I travel, I want to be as stress-free as possible and make my life easy. And I definitely recommend it for my customers as well. I like to make their life easy, and that way there's less phone calls for me and having to help them out to get rebooked and find an alternative for them. And if you miss your flight, that travel insurance is great. So I can't stress that enough. If you didn't book that travel insurance, I definitely recommend you do it. And my recommendation is definitely that third-party travel insurance. It just offers a lot more than the cruise line, especially if you got flights built into it, and maybe you need a hotel at the end because you got delayed or the ship didn't make it in time and you missed your flight, and now you got to wait till the next day to make it. So it's something to definitely consider. All right, so let's do a summary of this overview. I don't like to do reviews because my experience, like I said on different videos, will be different than yours. You could have a terrible experience and now it makes it the worst cruise in the world, and now you just can't let it go, and I will never sail Royal again, I will never sail MSC again, whatever the situation might be. So I just try to give you an overview of our experience and kind of things that you can expect, and it kind of gives you an idea of how to plan and how do you want to live your cruise life. And so this is why I do overviews. That way you have something to, like a baseline to build from. So as far as overview, I mean, the ship was great. I mean, I cannot complain. Utopia of the Seas was a truly beautiful ship. They did a very good job with this as the latest Oasis class ship. As far as the older ones, I mean, obviously it's got the more modern amenities to it, and the rooms are brand new, and it's very well taken care of even for the time that it's been out at sea already. But we were very impressed with it, and I will say Royal Caribbean is definitely a leader in the mass market cruising. Now, they're not the cheapest either, so keep that in mind when you do comparison shopping. I always say Royal Caribbean has a lot to offer, but you're going to pay a little bit in the price. Now, it's nowhere near Disney Cruise Line prices, but I mean, it's a little bit more expensive than your other mass market cruises, such as Carnival and MSC even. But you're definitely getting a lot out of it. I mean, the quality of Royal Caribbean, their entertainment and everything is amazing. So I would definitely recommend Utopia of the Seas. If you're interested in booking it, I mean, let us know. I mean, we'd be definitely glad to help you out with that and build you an amazing vacation with that. As far as, well, I can't really compare it right now because we haven't done any of the Icon ships yet. We'll be sailing on Star of the Seas in January of next year. So I'll have a nice comparison for it as far as the Oasis and the Icon class ships for you. But as far as the Oasis ships, I think it's truly one of my favorite ones. Obviously, the only downside to it is they're using it for short cruises. And I mean, I know it was designed for that. I wish they would use it more for week-long cruises. I mean, you definitely have a lot more time to enjoy all the amenities in the ship. And I know that's probably a hook to be able to get you to come back and book it again. But yeah, overall, I mean, we were very impressed with it. Port Canaveral, like I said earlier, is simple and easy to get to. I know it's a little bit of a further drive than it is like Miami to the port, but then again, Miami to the port sometimes that 20-minute drive, easily becomes over an hour sometimes with the traffic and the messes that are in Miami. There is the jokes, it takes an hour to go from Miami to Miami. So Port Canaveral, it's a lot more streamlined. Yes, it's an hour and change from the airport, but it's easy to get to. So definitely plan ahead, especially if you're coming out the day of or you're driving down. I definitely recommend you come in the night before, especially if you're not a local. But our experience on Utopia of the Seas, I was truly impressed. They did a very nice job with the ship, and from our last Oasis class ship, Allure of the Seas, they've already remodeled it, and we're excited to go check that one out and see the differences now that it's got water slides and it's got its own abyss slide. Truly amazing. I was very impressed. I cannot deny that. So, what can I say? In comparison to other ships that compete with it, I will say Utopia of the Seas on the short cruise market is probably the top dollar and top dog in the game. If you want to book this cruise, you truly won't be disappointed. Yes, it's a short cruise, but hell, you can always do it back to back. You can do the 4 and the 3 day together. You'll go to the same ports, but maybe you'll be able to enjoy the ship a lot more and do a lot more of the amenities. There's so much to do in there. For 3 days, it's hard to enjoy the spas and pay for massages and stuff like that. It's just not enough time to do it. I truly wish at some point maybe they'd schedule the ship for a longer cruise and be able to enjoy all the amenities of it. But for anybody, this is a great cruise and a great choice. And you're gonna pay a little bit more, but you're gonna get a lot more out of it too. So that's what I always say. You always want to make sure that you're getting your money's worth for what you're paying for, and especially that experience. But Utopia of the Seas, finito. Great. All right. So who is Utopia of the Seas for? Let's talk about that. So I'm going to say this is not your typical booze cruise that you think about. I'd say this cruise is pretty much for everybody. But Royal Caribbean definitely has, I think, more set on families. And I think for a family experience, it's probably one of the top ones, without going super expensive with Disney Cruise Line or, any super luxury cruise line like that. But, as far as what you're getting for your money for families, and not to mention the stateroom setups for families, they've done an amazing job to make rooms to accommodate big families and different things like that. On Star of the Seas, instead of booking a huge room, it was a little cheaper for us to book 2 connecting rooms. So that's another option too. But I think this was definitely designed for families. So if you're a first-time cruiser, I would definitely think this is a good way to start it out, either by doing the 4-day or 3-day cruise. Give you an introduction to Royal Caribbean. I think once you start with Royal Caribbean, it's going to be hard to go back to anything else. But don't get it wrong. Carnival's Excel ships on their longer cruises are amazing, and they've got the Festival and the Tropical that'll be coming soon for Carnival, and those Excel ships are going to be redesigned and have a lot more water park amenities. So maybe they'll be in line competing with even the Icon class ships. Which have a huge water park and 6 slides and everything that you can imagine. Now, for a single or couple, this is still an amazing experience. You've got everything there: bars, entertainment. You've got adult-only areas. So this is the everyman cruise. Now, it's not a budget cruise by any means, but it's got everything you need and to enjoy. Even for singles, if you're coming out here to enjoy it by yourself or coming out here as a bachelor party, it's an amazing experience for everybody. You got bars and everything to enjoy and entertainment. Definitely recommend booking the Hideaway Beach at Coco Cay if that's where you're headed to. Even up in Nassau, the Royal Beach Club. You've got a little bit of everything for everybody. And that's what I enjoy about Royal Caribbean. It's got the overall package for everybody. Everybody will have something on the ship that they can enjoy. It's not unique just to little kids or anything like that, but they have that too. And the way the ship is divided within different neighborhoods, it's got a little area for everybody. So you don't have to just stay here. You can go over there and enjoy that. So truly, Royal Caribbean, I mean, is amazing as far as the way they build their ships and divide everything up. So if you're looking for that kidless experience, I mean, I definitely recommend Virgin Voyages. As I mentioned in a video previously, if you're interested in doing Virgin Voyages, reach out to us. We'll definitely love to get you hooked up with that as well. But yeah, Utopia of the Seas, truly an amazing experience. For a short cruise, great cruise, beautiful amenities, good itinerary with Coco Cay. I mean, definitely my top dog as far as that. So I think you book Utopia of the Seas, you will truly be impressed with the Royal Caribbean portfolio. And that'll get you nicely introduced to do more of their sailings. But then it's also hard to go backwards into some of their older ships that don't have the same amenities. So like the Freedom class ships, I'd say are pretty much still pretty good. But you go any older than that, you're going to lose some of the amenities, the water park style stuff that you might have on Oasis or Freedom class ships. But yeah, overall, Utopia of the Seas, amazing. Carnival calls it the fun ship, but this is a fun ship for everybody. I mean, I hate to use their own thing against them, but truly, Utopia of the Seas is amazing. Now, to close out, if you are interested in booking your vacation on Utopia of the Seas or any other Royal Caribbean ship, or if you're interested in any other cruise line, we definitely like to be your advocate and your travel advisor and be able to build you an amazing vacation. Our information is in the description below. If you want to send an inquiry and get something building or get a quote, I mean, it's absolutely free to you. We don't charge you any fees or like that. The only time we might charge you something is something for like a big group. Then that's just preparation fees. But if you're interested in a free quote and even for flights, hotels, and build you a whole itinerary for you and your family, we'd be glad to do that. So definitely check out our link below and we get started on it. But we're very appreciative for you checking out this video. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment on the video if you have any of the opinions on Utopia of the Seas. We definitely like to hear about it. But we thank you for watching and stay tuned for other videos. Check out our full walkthrough of Utopia of the Seas. Check out our stateroom tours. You'll definitely enjoy it and give you a good overview of the ship. Thank you for watching, guys. See you on the next one.